Hi, good evening, and welcome to the 40 Streams Conference. Please, if you can hear me, let me see it in the comment section. Okay, if you can see me and hear me on Facebook, on YouTube, on Zoom, please let me know in the comment section. Say, I can see you, I can hear you, I am here. Can I see the comment section? Can I see it? Can I get the vibe? Where am I getting the comments from? Hello, can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay, somebody says no sound. On Zoom, can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes, so
Yes,
there's
so there's
going
going
to
to
be
be feedback. Okay, okay. So, welcome to the 40 Stream Conference. So, for those of you connecting on YouTube, can you see and hear me? The people on Zoom say they cannot hear me. No sound. Okay. How about now? I think right now. I think right now. Okay, so I think the people on Zoom can hear me now, but there's a feedback, right? Feedback, right? Please bear with us. There's a little bit of technical issue here. It is going to be sorted. But please, as you join in, kindly go share this link. If you're on YouTube especially, share this link with your friends. And if you are on Facebook as well, you can share this link to your page, to your groups. Keep sharing it, share it multiple times so that people can join us on this conference because it is about to get lit in here. Okay, I'm getting a feedback that there is a feedback. Okay, I can see and hear you. I think I get that from probably from YouTube. Awesome. Okay, so those on YouTube, you can see and hear me, right? Now, those of you on Zoom, can you see and hear me as well? Awesome. Okay, great, 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 great. Hope there are no longer feedbacks. Okay, thank you. Thank you for being here. We are delighted to have you. Awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's an exciting edition, the birthday edition. I see you people already coming in and saying happy birthday, Sam Harvard. Indeed, it is a special 40 stream conference and it is a celebration of an amazing, amazing human. You can testify with me experience I want you to type in the comment section that yes, I have experienced you, I've encountered him, and just drop that that describes him in one word to you because apparently we're celebrating him today as we learn from his wealth of they are amazing and they're going to be dishing amazing content to us today. So if you're here, please get your pen and paper ready. You know we're always here. Anytime you encounter something, just know that you're going to learn something new. So you don't come empty-handed, right? So please, please, please take away some of distraction, sit in here, be present, get your pen and notebook, and write down the things that are coming to you. All right? Awesome, awesome. I can see all your comments saying I can see and hear you. I can see and hear you. I see you, Emmanuel Adefisayo. I see you, Ustin Agba. I see you, Sebastian Mary Chisom. I see you. Keep the comments coming. Keep them coming as we go along. Awesome. DJ, give us some music while we queue in the next thing on the agenda.
To you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday Sam Hubbard, happy birthday to you, happy birthday. This is a special shout out to you, Sam Hubbard. Happy birthday.
That this year is going to be that 10 years from so now. Happy birthday, boss. So it's rather of this special day, I pray that God grants you all your heart desires. I pray that God uses you to bless the lives of more people. You've been a blessing to me, and you've been a blessing to many other people. And I pray that you continue to be a blessing to your lives. From minus 10,000 naira to over 15,000 US dollars. I mean, who was the leader? Thank you so much for giving my expression. Thank you for holding the swap. Alright, I'll swap it out. Happy birthday and many happy birthday. Hello there, it was my birthday, so I want you to support me and say happy birthday to the mentor of
Sam Harris. This is your boy. I'm first. So, no, I just want to wish you happy Super birthday. I wish you every single day in your life. I wish you more than you wish yourself. Reason to you. Happy birthday to Sam.
What's up, Mother's Day? Happy birthday, my billionaire mentor. I want to thank you for allowing God to use you to influence my life and 6,000 plus LAP members. Sir, you are God's.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing today? This is the 40 Streams edition. I do hope you can all hear me from wherever in the world you are watching from. I am Ayeni Adu, and I am going to be one of the hosts for today's virtual event. You know, before COVID came, the world used to be used to having people gather in a big auditorium and thousands of people applauding a speaker. But now, from our different homes or offices across the world, we can all participate in a knowledge sharing, life changing experience like this one. And so good to have you here. I said, look to your neighbor for me, but unfortunately, your neighbor is 1 kilobyte away. But if you can, look to your neighbor for me and say, neighbor, you are in for a great time tonight. Without further ado, so that we can get into the nitty gritty of today's event and not delay anyone from getting the richness of what is lined up for tonight, I have the distinguished pleasure of introducing the next speaker. Just Omoma Ibe is an economic growth and development consultant, rebuilding the African economy through entrepreneurship, education, and trade. She is the president of the Association of African Startups, a pan African organization with a membership present in the 55 countries in the entire African continent, equipping startup entrepreneurs with resources, businesses to the African economy. Now, Just eBay is a certified global market intelligence expert. She's foretelling market trends in sectors and industries, nations, and governments to help African economies compete competitively and comparatively with global economies. And that's not the only thing about her. She's a certified global leader from the International Leadership Institute in the United States. Greatest belief for Just eBay is that Africa will become one of the greatest economic superpowers of the entire world. And she's actively involved in making this happen. That's why she's here today on this distinguished occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, all over the world, I want you to give a digital resounding applause as we welcome Just eBay to the 40 Streams conference. So give a 40 Streams shout out and ovation to Just eBay. Ladies and gentlemen, I do sincerely apologize for the technical difficulty we had there on the broadcast. You know, virtual events will always have virtual problems. And we're just working with a team of engineers behind to get them all fixed. So now that we are back up and running, can someone just let me know in the chat section if you can hear me loud and clear? I can see a lot of happy birthdays to Mr. Sam. Thank you very much. Anybody else in the audience that can let us know if you can hear me loud and clear? And yes, thank you, Gemini, for that feedback. John Taiwo, yes. Emmanuel Princeville, I can hear you. Wonderful. Thank you guys for joining us. All right. So we're going to bring back Just eBay to continue her speech and her teaching. And she was about to bring us into another, aspect of knowing how to maximize our finances and make money, you know, literally every single day. So without further ado, let's give her 40 streams income. Welcome to Just eBay one more time as she continues from where she left off.
Thank you, everyone, and I apologize for the technical glitches. Thank you, Mr. Irony. Thank you, all the co-hosts. Again, happy birthday to my dear friend and brother, Sam Harvard. Thank you for all you do for Africa and for African entrepreneurs. Today, I'm going to speak on why you must succeed as an African entrepreneur. And just before I went up, I had said that today is going to be a high-level conversation because I want to attempt to bring you into a space where everything that is societal norms, societal nuances about who you should be as a startup entrepreneur, I want to attempt to break you out of that mood today. And that's why I'm taking the conversation to that level so I can force you to come there. And as I force you to come to that level, what begins to happen is you begin to have a shift in paradigm in how you truly see business and how we can begin to navigate what the future looks like, especially as to how and why you must succeed as an African entrepreneur. I also did mention earlier that at the end of this class, I want to give gifts to only those who stay to the end of the session. And the reason why I feel like I want to do those is because we are approaching the end of the year. And I do believe that every entrepreneur needs what they need to be able to close out the year well and start 2022 on a very fantastic note. That's why I want to give 2 gifts actually, right? So pay attention. I may ask questions in between and I may reward those who are paying attention. Having said that, let's dive right into it. Oh, for some reason, I feel like I want to stand on existing protocol. I want to say a very huge well done and welcome to all the other speakers. Nigeria, Africa, and the rest of the world. Thank you for joining us today. So we are going to start today's conversation by talking about what it means for an African entrepreneur today to truly succeed. And in simple terms, as a matter of fact, in one word, we are going to define what it means for an African entrepreneur to be successful in a term called digitization. It's as basic as that. We are going to use that word to try to break down what it means for you as an entrepreneur in Africa and why you must embrace it wholeheartedly to be able to drive value, drive change, and drive results, and results in this case, impact and revenue for your business. So what does digitization really mean? It just means that we are now in a world where the normal brick and mortar, the normal one-on-one that we normally would have before we can exchange value has now been moved to a platform or to a system where you can interact with anybody anywhere in the world and still be able to exchange goods and services in exchange for money. And so digitization would force every entrepreneur to begin to think about what I do, what I have, the giftings I have, the products and services I have created. How can this be presentable in a digitized format such that somebody who is in Nairobi, who is in Madagascar, who is in Cameroon, who is in Ireland, who is in China,
recording in progress,
do business with you, get value, and be able to pay you in whatever currency you desire. The reason why we're having this conversation is to make you understand that this is now the new norm. I know majority of us know that. But what I do find is that a lot of us as African entrepreneurs have not adjusted in our way of thinking to totally adopt what digitization means. So it looks like we are being propelled or pushed or, cajoled to truly be present digitally to give value. But if the reverse is the case, if we have totally embraced it, it will become our norm, and then we'll create all our products and services, we'll create all our value around the fact that there's one global marketplace, and we must show up with our full strength, with our full capacity to be able to represent our value, the brand, and be able to get value back in this time, money, as the case may be, for what it is that you have. And having said that, LAP as its own is a platform that teaches and centers on digitization. That means everything you do is driven around digital platforms. So having known that, we now need to break down what you must begin to pay attention to if this way of life, if digitization through LAP or any other platform is going to be one that will make your business everything you want to do. What are the things that we must pay attention to? Because while this platform serves as an advantage, as a leverage to be able to serve the world, if you are not positioned to be able to leverage it accordingly, you will not be able to drive value to the end user. You will not be able to stay consistently relevant such that you begin to consistently get the rewards of money, of your customers. And I'm going to say that again. If you don't know how to truly leverage these platforms, what will happen is you will not be able to stay consistently relevant such that your name, your brand now commands automatic value. And then if it commands automatic value, what happens is you begin to attract rather than chase the results you are seeking. So before we go into the how, the first things I want us to understand is, as an entrepreneur in Africa, there are challenges. And I'm going to share what those challenges mean and why you should not see those things as disadvantages. A thing may be a challenge, but it's not a disadvantage. In Africa, and to a very large extent the rest of the world, every challenge is an opportunity to advance higher with new products, new services, new markets, new results, new customer base in every sector and industry you find yourself. And that's why I want to talk about this challenge, but not from a place of problems that will tear you down, but seeing them as a lever to propel you into your next level of thinking, your next level of production in terms of value for your customers. Like I said earlier, it's going to seem like a high-level conversation, but stay with me. I'm intentional about doing this, right? So the first thing I want us to understand is we live in a continent where there are infrastructural challenges. And when I talk about infrastructural challenges, I'm talking about the internet, like see what we had here today, right? In some countries, in some instances, I know internet challenges are a lot everywhere in the world, but I do find that in Africa it's a lot more recurring. And what this may pose is it may pose a challenge to you in your delivery of products and services to your end user. But are they things that cannot be fixed? Absolutely not. Are they things that literally decide that you'll be cut out of the market? Absolutely not. But there are challenges that you should be aware of. The reason is so that you don't get frustrated when it doesn't look like it's working according to how it needs to work. That's why I mentioned it as a challenge. The next thing is policies, government policies, structural policies. And when I talk about government policies, we live in a continent where sometimes when it looks like you're doing well on the internet, they think you are, fraudulent. And then the law begins to come after you and all the other things, right? These are infrastructural challenges that we have within our continent. The context of our continent, there are challenges, but they're not enough to bring anybody down. They're just to help us know that we live in a peculiar continent. However, things are going to change. As they begin to change, you and I will begin to enjoy the dividend. Or better still, you and I will actively participate in the change we want to see, because we now see that these challenges that are attempted to stop us can now become a lever to push us into the next level. The next thing is another challenge that you may find is positioning, meaning global market perception. Because you are from a certain place, the global market begins to look at you and say, I don't think we can do business with them. I don't think the products and services are acceptable. Do you see what I'm saying? Those things that exist in the marketplace. So it may make you feel as a startup entrepreneur that maybe I cannot do business at the global level because the other person is not my skin color, or the other person does not live on my continent, or there isn't a continental bias attached to the other person. But I want to say to you that whether those challenges exist or not, they cannot stop you from doing business today, tomorrow, and forever. It can't stop you. They exist so that people like you and me, we break those glass ceilings and enter into still doing business in that global marketplace, irrespective of what the world thinks Africa should be or African entrepreneurs should be. The third thing here, which I find very important, is your mindset. It's a challenge because we live in an Africa where majority of young entrepreneurs are thinking subsistence rather than sustainability. And I know so many of us are guilty of this. And I cannot completely absolve myself from this until recently when I started to do a serious appraisal of my life, of my business, of what I have in my hands. And when I say subsistence and sustainability, I'm talking about doing business just to make ends meet. Can I see in the comment section, people, anybody, and listen, this is not a judgmental call. This is not a calling out call. This is not somebody trying to belittle you. We're having a year. Ayeni, do you want to confirm if my audio is good?
I can hear you loud and clear without any hitches.
Okay, great. So anytime you find yourself working or doing business or showing up because you want to make money, listen, money is bigger than you. Money senior you, looking for the absolute term to describe it in a way that us Africans can understand. And it means that you will work for it for the rest of your life. I need to say this again because I feel like this is going to be deliverance for somebody. Anytime you find that your only desire, your only drive, your only motivation, the only reason you wake up every day and attend those trainings is because I want to make money, is bigger than you. And it will continue to be bigger than you. It will senior you, and you will continue to serve it for the rest of your life. And that's why the Holy Bible says, you cannot serve God and serve mammon. It didn't say devil, it says mammon. That means there's a worship of money. And worship of money does not mean you have to go and be a ritualist. It means that if your sole aim, your sole desire is money, 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 you have become a worshiper of money. And anybody who worships something is subject to the person. Does this help somebody? And based on that, today, with this understanding, you will not see why we are where we are in Africa. Why it looks like every day some people seem to be doing things, but the problems we have, we're still recycling it. Why? We're slave to what we should be masters of. And that's why it looks like a business will start. The owner of the business will struggle. 5 years down the line, he can no longer struggle. He's exhausted. He will just pack up. Why? We are slaves for money. And this is one of the things that majority of the developing nations have that we don't have. And it's called the mindset of sustainability. Money doesn't drive them. The vision, the problem, the customers drive them. And I'm bringing it here to say, I don't care how much you earn as commissions. I don't care how many bills you have to pay. There has to be a change in your paradigm this minute. Except, of course, you are willing to worship and serve money for the rest of your life. Anybody who became rich, if you have ever read the biography of Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, every single person, none of them started with a desire to make money. That's why it looks like they're growing every time. Same thing with Dangote, same thing with Madam Awoshika, same thing with Madam Alakija, all the different people that you know that are doing well. Not one of them started with a desire to make money. It may have been the initial desire, but as they went on, they began to see that money is not a good enough motive to keep them dedicated to doing that business to the level where they are at today. So they had to have a paradigm shift That's why it looks like their business are still standing today. And you, my dear entrepreneur who is listening to me today, if that paradigm doesn't happen to you today, what will continue to happen is you continue to work for money. And in the process, you lose your soul. You lose your peace of mind. You lose your sanity. Every single thing that is important to you, that's what money does. The chase, the love, the desire for money, it makes you lose everything in a bid to have it. And then when you eventually have it, it no longer validates you. So one of the things also you must recognize is money is, to a very large extent, money is attracted to people who he believes are confident that they're in charge of it. So if money knows that this one is a slave to me, he's going to play with you. He's going to style with you. He's going to do shakara for you. He's going to stress you. But if money knows that this one sees me as somebody or something that he's in control of, you will control it. You will speak to it. You will call it. You will demand it, and it will come because he knows. Because he knows that you are in charge of it. Having said that, how do we then move from mindset of sustenance to mindset of sustainability? You need to begin to ask yourself deep-seated questions. Why am I here? I mean, why am I doing this business I'm doing today? If you're an LLP affiliate, why? If money is the reason, what else can you coin out? Or what else can you attach your vision to that will truly help you drive interest that you can sustain for the longest period of time? That would even open your eyes and mind to begin to see solutions that your counterparts in the same industry, in the same sector cannot see. Why? Because you're now driven by the needs of the consumer. You are driven by what makes the consumer not sleep. You are driven by how to evolve with your customers' needs, your customers' desires, your customers' wants, and everything else in between. No longer what I want to get. And having said that, I want us to move very quickly. What are the opportunities, however, that exist? Having said all of those things, the opportunities that exist that you can leverage today is access to markets. You have access to the biggest markets in the world. There are over 1.4 billion people on the continent of Africa. It's about the second biggest in the world. That means you have such an enormous market share. If you want to position yourself, there's more than enough for you to tap. And of course, there's still the global market share that you can extend into once you believe that you've been able to position yourself enough to attract and give value at that level. And so because you already have access to the market, there are three things required for you from today. Number one, deliberity. You must be deliberate about entering those markets if you want to take them. Meaning, if I feel like Nigeria is not responding to me enough with the kind of value I want, and I feel like Kenyans understand my language, what happens? I have to be deliberate about creating connections in Kenya with a view to entering into the Kenyan market. And if it's the same with Americans, if it's the same thing with English people, the list is endless. Be deliberate about getting what it is you desire and your business needs at that time. It doesn't usually just fall on your laps. A lot of times you see an opportunity, you work towards making that opportunity yours, no matter the stage that you are in your business. The next thing is you must leverage collaborations in entering into new markets or even in participating in current markets to get larger market shares. You have to be willing to collaborate. What we're doing here is collaborative effort between all the speakers who are here to share their expertise to different audiences, right? And that's at this level. As a business level, how do you leverage clients, audiences of different people that you have to be able to enter into new markets, enter into new potential customers, enter into new relationships that can catalyze the results you can produce for your business within a short possible time. The result you need is within your reach if you leverage things as basic as this. And then the third thing that I find very, very interesting is mastery. It doesn't matter what you sell if you don't have a mastery of the product, of the service, of the customers you have been sent to serve. You almost feel like you're floating in that marketplace and everybody else seems to be going and getting stuff and you're just watching. So mastery requires that you sit down and understand the dynamics that drive supply and demand in that industry, in that sector. Again, I know this may sound high level, but it's intentional because I want to move us out of just thinking, well, okay, subsistence, I just want to get something, to into places where you begin to see that your voices count. 50% of African entrepreneurs drive the economy. If your business dies, if all the SMEs die, this country crashes, this continent crashes. And so if you're still thinking subsistence, you're doing us a disservice. We must bring you to that level where you truly have mastered your craft enough to be able to serve it at a level where the local marketplace, the global marketplace can accept it and be able to give you value in return. And then secondly, technological advancement. We must leverage technology. I know we all know that. Having said that, somebody says, I think I saw that. Having said that, to leverage technological advancement, there are three things, a framework I created, BLB framework. And that BLB framework is for communities, right? Meaning, look for a community that you believe can truly help you catalyze a result. Belong there. L in that BLB is learn. When you're in communities where you believe people are producing results, people have access to the things that you want to learn. Be very open-minded about learning. It doesn't matter from who or from what. Be open-minded about learning. And when you are learning, don't just learn to consume. Learn and, regurgitate what it is that you learn. Any knowledge that you don't process to produce results will not be useful to you. So if I learn something new today, just by virtue of affinity to certain communities, to certain persons, create it into usable forms that you too can be a conduit for. And that way, right, you'll be able to consistently build on what it is you're learning. And then the next thing after belong and learn is to build. When you feel like you're learning and you have learned, go ahead and build a community. Anyone who's going to create a prosperous business that is not going to revolve around them must build communities. In fact, you're not going to stop at building communities. You're going to build people who will build communities, who will build communities, who will build communities. That way, you can replicate your value across multiple value chains, multiple countries, multiple continents, and be profitable for the longest time. There are different ways to be able to replicate this, but because of the time that we don't have, I may not be able to talk about it and break it down into different, categories. But this is the basic in terms of technological advancement, leveraging communities. And then the final thing here, before I offer the gift, is knowledge dissemination. And this, my friends, is where I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs are failing, especially startup entrepreneurs. Every time you enter into an industry, there are people who have been there way before you came. Way before you came. And guess what? Those guys who are there before you came, they're not going to ordinarily just step up and say, well, the next pretty girl is on the block, let's shoot for her. No, it's never going to happen. They still want to be relevant. So they're still going to keep producing results in terms of knowledge dissemination. And guess what? They have the advantage of experience much more than you. So your customers that you want to serve are already used to getting value in form of knowledge dissemination from the so-called experts who are in the market where you want to serve. What does that leave you as a startup? It means that if you cannot master your knowledge game, you are leaving over 99% of your market fallow, untapped. And this is the challenge I want to drop for everyone who is here today. The reason why it looks like Mr. A is doing well and Mr. B does not seem to have a bearing yet. It's this singular thing, knowledge dissemination. And knowledge dissemination does not end at just knowing. It also continues in how you package it in usable forms that the audience wants to eat it. And when I say eat it, it may be physical product, it may be services. And so we're in a time where Google Consumer Insights says in 2021, 84% of internet traffic will be driven by videos. And so it's not enough that you know what to do. It's not enough that you have good content or good knowledge of what it is that you do. Are you able to package it in formats, videos that the consumer who is driven by audio visual way of learning can interact with it and feel like this person is the expert, and then go ahead and pay you for your service? And so this is a challenge and a wake-up call for everyone who is here today to say, I'm going to live here and master everything that has been taught here today. And after mastering everything that is here today, I want to almost assure us that all of us will be able to grow businesses that Africa will be proud of. On that note, for everyone who's been here today, I want to say, if you were here till the end of this class, I'm going to drop a link in the comment section so that everyone can have access to a course that I believe has helped over thousands of entrepreneurs generate $500 million in their revenue in the last 4 years. I'm going to give it to us at almost no cost, simply because I want every entrepreneur to close the year strong.
Wow.
And I want you to start 2022.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please, in the comment section, can I see the boom, 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 boom? Like, did she set you on fire or what? You see, even Padre Steve is here saying, girl, you nailed it, girl. I'm proud of you.
Was here. Oh, I didn't know he was here.
Papa was here all along
Wow.
saying, I'm proud of my baby girl. I'm
Wow.
proud. Thank you so much, Just Ibe. Like, you just set this room on fire. What a way to start off this conference. See, if everything you are doing is all about, hey, that was too hot, that was too deep. Like, you don't care what bills you need to pay. It cannot be about the money. The vision has to come first. The vision has to come first. And thank you so much. And thank you for the gifts. We do not take it for granted. Guys, do not joke on the gift. And please, the team, Ada, please, once the link drops in the comment section, help us copy it out so that we can keep posting it in the comment section all through the conference. And also, okay, all right, all through the conference, and also on the Facebook chat session as well, so that everybody can go get it and, you know, enjoy it. Okay, the is that justice.com?
It's justebay.com/SMS.
Okay, justebay.com/SMS. All right. Please help us replicate
no,
that.
It's not justice. I think somebody got it wrong.
Dr. K is not justice. Just eBay. Just ebay.com/SMS. All right.
I don't know why I keep typing it wrong though. It's just eBay. I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, is this autocorrect?
Yes, I think that's it. That's true.
Just ebay.com/SMS. Yes, okay, so exactly. Thank you, Ada. You are.
Thank you.
You're on point. Please follow the link. Ada has added the HTTPS so that you can just click on it. So Dr. K just reposted it. Thank you so much, Just eBay. God bless you. We appreciate you. Thank you so
Can I say
much.
hello to Steve before I go?
Yes, please. Yes, please. It's going to come up. Yeah,
right away. Hi, Steve. Good evening. It's so good to have you here. Thank you so much. And I love you so much. Okay, I'm muted now.
Thank you so much. All right. So somebody is asking, how do you get the gift? That is the gift. https://justebay.com/SMS. The link to the gift is in the comment section. Just click on it or copy it right now. Moving on, we're going to bring on our next guest who is here. We sincerely apologize for the lag earlier. Tech things now, but we're here, right? We're here, right? We're ready, right? Ready. If you're ready for our next speaker, please say ready in the comment section. Quick, say ready. Otherwise, our next speaker will just disappear now. Please, he's had a super long day and he still made it here. So we appreciate his presence. So let us give him that energy. Like, hey, we are here. Let's set this room on fire. We are ready for the fire that is coming. If you know anything about Coach Steve Harris, you will know that he's like, hey, like if you're not ready for hard truths, please just jump off this call right now. If you're not ready to hear the truth as it is, jump off now for your safety. To be forewarned, they say, is to be forearmed. But if you're ready to take in Mr. Ruthless, if you're ready to take in the truth, if you're ready to shift your mindset, if you're ready to leave where you are now to where you ought to be, then be ready. Steve Harris is a coach par excellence who helps high performance individuals and institutions bridge the gap between their performance and potential. He has worked with over 400 African entrepreneurs and helps them generate over 4 billion naira, that is $10 million, in his 6-week signature coaching program, Mastering the Business of Your Talent. He's an exceptionally good at high performance coaching and business acceleration. Give a 40-string shout out ovation as we welcome the Ruthless, the first coach that you should have met before you met any other coach. I'm sure he's going to say that himself now, say it correctly. Please put your hands together. Let me see. You can't hear anything. Please type on the Click on your audio, check your audio. If you can hear me, please. Yes, yes, yes. Where is your virtual clapping? For those of you who have your videos on, I want to see you clapping. For those of you who don't, please, where is the clapping emoji as we welcome Coach Steve Horace? Coach, where you at? Where you at? Where you at, Coach? Where you at, Coach? We're ready for you. Hey, Padre. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Your mic is mute. You can't. Oh, I have to mute you. Oh, I'm so sorry about that.
Hi. Hello.
Hello. Thank you so much for being here. We understand the sacrifice that you had to give, to be here, and we appreciate it. Thank you so much. The stage is yours now.
Good evening, everyone. First off, I want to, give some love to my very own Just eBay. She was amazing. I was trying to tell her I loved her, but unfortunately, my microphone couldn't tell her. So Just, I love you. I love you. I love you like that. So well done. She is amazing. She is absolutely phenomenal. Good evening and whatever time zone you're in. My name is Steve Harris. I only have about 20 odd minutes to do this because I really need to get some sleep. I'm in the city of Calabar right now. And if you're in Calabar, it'll be cool to see you tomorrow. We're hosting an event. I really don't know where, but there's some big ass billboards in Calabar with, the governor's face, the former governor, Donald Duke. And then you might see me on a flyer. I didn't make it to the billboard, but hey, what can we say? Some guys get the billboard, other guys get the flyer, but we're there. All right, so good evening, everyone. So Justice talked about, the desire for you to want to make a difference, and that's great. I really believe that usually money has a way. Money is like a beautiful woman. If you're trying to hit on her just to have a one-night stand, she's going to use you and dump you, right? If you don't treat her well, she's not going to move in with you. She responds to vision. She responds to a picture of a better future, but not necessarily just your future. So you've got to learn how to treat her well. If you want her to stay with you and commit to you, some people just have one-night stands with money. They blow once and then they disappear. Other people have learned how to have a relationship with money that allows them to have, many, many other results in children. So I was given the topic about how you can monetize. I know that Sam Harvard is doing a lot of work with, this 40 streams concept. And I think, I think it's his birthday, isn't it, right? So happy birthday, bro, if you're here. Yeah. So anyway, what am I going to talk about? I really don't know, but let me freestyle and just think about what's the most important thing that I think you should know right now. I would say the most important thing you need to be thinking about is, yes, okay, I'll teach this. The most important thing you need to be able to think about is, defining the brand you want to be able to have in 2022. Right. So Justice talked about where the money is and all those things. So I'm not even going to go there. I'm going to talk about the fact that you need to be able to determine the kind of brand you want. Okay. Now, as an entrepreneur, and I'm assuming that a lot of us here perhaps are entrepreneurs. Okay. But even if you're not, you're welcome to the program. So as entrepreneurs, you've got to be very crystal clear about the brand you want to communicate. Now, you got to get this right. Your brand is not a logo. Right? Your brand is not a logo. Your brand is not a pretty font. Your brand is not a business card. No, it's not. Your brand is the emotional attachments that your customers have to your reputation. I'm going to say that your brand is the emotional attachments that people have towards your reputation. So, for example, when Ajiro was reading my some part of my profile, she talked about the fact that, he's incredibly ruthless. He's this. If you're waiting for the ugly truth, this is what it is. He doesn't pity, he doesn't pander. That is an emotional response to how my brand has been curated, right? So your brand isn't a logo. It's not pretty fonts. It's not your business card. It's not your pretty website either. Your brand is the emotional response that people have towards your reputation. Now, there are about 5 of those brands you must be deliberate about cultivating in 2022. All right. You must be deliberate about cultivating these brands. One of these brands, anyway. Number 1 is love, right? Love. Now, if you are communicating a brand about love, that means you can't get into any kind of scandal. You can't say stuff that would offend. You can't, you're like Santa Claus. Almost no one has anything bad to say about Santa. You know what I mean? Everybody likes Santa Claus, because of what he represents. It's a brand that communicates love. All right. The second brand you need to be able to think about is a brand that communicates hate. And when I mean hate, I don't mean that your customers hate you. It's not a brand that communicates hate. It's a brand that you must consciously use to create an enemy for your customers to fight. I'm going to say that again. You're creating an enemy that your customers have to fight. So you're pointing your customers, you're pointing your fans to say that this is our enemy. It's us against them, right? So if you think about it in this way, there are certain brands that have decided who their brand enemies are. So that's why, for example, you hear a lot of things about brand wars. Right? Somebody says this Matsuno book. I dropped out of school twice, fam. But yeah, I'm overcompensating. So, but don't be a fool, stay in school. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, there are brand wars. So you would see Coca-Cola versus Pepsi. That's a brand war. You would see iPhones versus Androids. That's a brand war. You would see Apple versus Windows. That is a brand war. So what they've done is that they have created, and this is important, especially if you're playing in this demographic, you must learn how to create a culture. And I'm going to say this, in order to do this, you've got to create a cult. You hear me what I'm saying? You got to be able to create a cult, right? So those who use Apple devices are in a cult. They have identified themselves as rebels, as misfits, as creatives, as rule breakers, while the Windows people and the Android people are the same boring every other day random people who don't want to get anything exciting. That is how they have created their brand. They've positioned their messaging to say that this is our cult, right? And in this cult, this is our culture. All right, moving on. The third and the fourth category sound a little similar. So while the first is love, the second is hate, the third and the fourth are, you must communicate a brand that people will love to hate or people will hate to love, right? So people will either love to hate you, thank you, Amaka, or people will hate to love you, right? Now, in this brand, with these two categories, you are pushing things like controversy. You are familiar with controversy. People may consider you as egocentric. They may consider you as arrogant. So give you an example, brand wars. Again, we're talking, branding. So think about brand wars. There's a brand war between the cult, hear me what I said, between the cult of Cristiano Ronaldo and the cult of Lionel Messi. So there's a brand war. Messi fans don't like Ronaldo. Ronaldo fans don't like Messi. It is clear, brand wars, right? Now, while you might argue who the better player is, and in my opinion, it's Ronaldo, right? But let's not even get there, right? But if you think about it, whether it's Ronaldo or Messi, the question is, who do you think will evoke the greatest amount of brand endorsements? Who do you think will get the most attention, right? It most likely, in my opinion, it would be Ronaldo, right? Messi has a brand of love. So Messi rarely ever says anything wrong. He rarely ever did. In fact, the most controversial thing Messi ever did was to tell Barcelona he wanted to leave. And it was breaking news. You know what I mean? But Ronaldo has been through all sorts of this, that. Ronaldo will score a goal and he will hush the crowd. Ronaldo is one of those people, he has his own trademark celebration. His celebration, fam, is trademark. He jumps up in the air, spins, and he does his Sue trademark, right? And the people who hate him, like, this guy's too freaking arrogant. What the hell? When you interview Ronaldo, you ask him who's the best player in the world, he will not skip a beat. He's not going to say, well, I know that they're amazing players, but what God cannot do does not exist. No, Ronaldo's going to be like, I am the best in the world, and he will give you his stats and he will back it up with his results. You know what I mean? So when you are in this place of love to hate or hate to love, you might seem to rub people the wrong way, because people don't know whether they want to love you or whether they want to hate you, right? When you think about football, let me use that as another, still with a metaphor. There are many amazing coaches. So if you think about, I'm sure you are some football buffs. If I said, name a coach, a football coach that you think that people really love, right? And you might say Jurgen Klopp, right? The coach of Liverpool, right? He's, people love him. Jurgen can do no wrong. You know what I'm saying? Jurgen can do no wrong, right? He's smiling, he's cheerful, he's this, he's that, he's hugging his players. Jurgen Klopp for you, ladies and gentlemen. Who do people kind of really hate, right? It is Jose Mourinho, right? And Jose has deliberately positioned himself to be the anti-hero, right? In the same vein, in my business as a coach, as a thought leader, let me speak about the men. Most of the men in my space are pastoral types, right? Their uncle has been a pastor, Jimmy's been a pastor. I never made it, man. You know what I'm saying? I never made it. I was like the Bob black sheep. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a second. I got to take this. Just give me 60 seconds. 60. Okay, thank you for unmuting me. Right. So I was saying in my field, in my industry, the guys are pastoral types. I didn't make the cut, you know what I mean? So I decided to position myself to
I was going around in Lagos, connecting with thought leaders. So if a leader in my industry, I had the Google documents. I went to Google and I Googled top 10 coaches and thought leaders in Nigeria. I had a list of them. I had a list, and it became my life's goal to reach out to each of them one by one. I was good. If you are in my industry, you have met me before. I will come to your house, I'll come to your office, I'll carry your bags, I'll carry your books, I will be your assistant at your speaking engagement just so I could connect. And today it's paying off. You can't call my name in some circles and say, oh, no, I know Temi, the electric Temi, right? Yes, I paid to be in those circles. Again, your company is only as powerful as the brand it keeps. You want to invest because those companies you are seeking, they don't come for cheap. They are not cheap. You've got to make the investment and go there intentionally. I wish I had more time, but hey, I see Ejiro is like, time up.
Wow. Guys, like, please. Like, how was this session? Please let me describe it with emojis or with words. Like, what word comes to you after this session? Please let me have it in the comment section, please. I see boom. I see you are truly electrifying. I see value 100 times. I see fire. I see boom. It choke. Mind blowing. She don't kill the show. Boom. Value. Powerful. Blast. Wow, electric.
Yeah,
Mind blowing.
It's okay. Thank you, Ejiro.
What? Hey, no, you came for me.
I'm sorry.
Slapping. What's happening now? What I do you? Give me. Like you're just knocking me and conking me and slapping me. What's wrong? You get out of here. That was like you came to attack us. You shattered the table.
I'm sorry. I have nothing but love for you guys. But when I'm saying these things, I go so passionate. I don't know. I get overwhelmed with the sense of entitlement, the non-entity behavior I see young people. It's feeling so entitled. So I'm sorry. I have love for you. Nothing but love for you. Please don't be angry, please.
We're not angry. It's holy anger. It's the kind of anger that will make us change. It's the kind of anger that will give us brain. Like, Ejiro, are you really thinking? Like, are you serious? Are you for real? Like, is this how you want to continue your life? Like, seriously, guys, are you feeling me? Thank you so much, Temi. Thank you for having me. For bringing the electricity here. Like, even me, I know say I get energy here, but your energy, let's say the wavelength one day the same. It can't spark up my own energy. Baby girl, wake up. Okay. Wake up. Oh, they so soon. Oh yeah, G. Wake up. On Monday morning, you're lying down. What's happening? Okay. What's going on? Awesome.
Thank you so much. Somebody was asking how they can get my book. Exactly. So I want to drop the number of my assistant. Her name is Faith. Okay. So send Faith a message. She'll tell you how to get the book. The book is if you have the e-copy and the physical copy. So I don't know when I'm in lab, this I'm not a free person. You know, they just come out. Sam has a way of just rubbing off that is Father Teresa kind of thinking on me. Normally I'm not a dasher. I'm not a dasher. Now 10 grand, pay him or be going. Even I pay now. So what's that? You know, I pay. So you must pay me too. So, but hey, I'm in the room and Father Christmas, Father Teresa is here.
Birthday,
so
you know.
His birthday. Oh, God, with me, Ejiro. You can't add that one. Oh gosh. Okay. So this book, A Millionaire's Guide to Mentoring, is 6,000 naira. I'm going to be giving you at half the price of 3,000 naira tonight. Wow. Right. Love is 5,000 naira. I'm going to be giving you at half the price of 2,500 as well. Making what? Your nightgown is 3,000 naira. I'm going to be giving you at half the price as well each plus 3,000. How much is that? Please help me with that number.
Calculator, oh
25
yeah.
plus 15. 25 plus 15 is 4,000 naira plus 3K, that's 7K. Plus, guess what again? I'm going to be delivering this to you for free if you're in Nigeria.
Wow.
So if you're in Kano, Kaduna, Lagos, Abuja, you're going to get this for free. Deliver to your doorstep for free. So 7K, you get all of this, free delivery. If you're buying the e-copy as well, it's the same price. Kogi states, any state you are in, Kachafa states, you get it, okay? Only within Nigeria. So let me look. I'm going to drop my assistant's phone number here.
Yes.
Just send her a WhatsApp message, okay? Her name is Faith, and she's handling the line, the Temi Ajibewa brand. So you can just
so guys,
save it.
As Temi drops the number, please help repost it so that people can get it. Send to your prospect, send to people. Yes, she just dropped it now.
Yes.
Please, guys, our LAP, 30 DC people, please copy this and keep reposting in the comments.
All states
so that
free delivery. Yes. Thank you so much for having me.
So much. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Please, what do we say to Temi as she leaves the stage? Say thank you so much.
I love you guys. Please, for
we want to see you. We want you to see us. So we are coming to your DMs. Auntie, collect my money and see me, please. Collect my money and see my face.
Ejiro, I'm not even joking. When I paid the $1,000, so they gave us a form on what and on what I'm looking for. You know, like why this session? What are your questions? I had 3 questions. I said, number 1, how can I plug into what you are doing? I said, number 2, how can you plug into what I'm doing?
I say it's reciprocal.
I don't have questions. I just pay for him to see me. So just see me, sir. This is who I am. He was just laughing that, gosh, I've not seen this kind of person before. You cannot see.
This kind of person.
Because I'm looking for you. Help my destiny.
Looking for you too, we're coming for you. Thank you so much, Temi. God bless you.
Thank you,
God
guys.
really bless you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you.
I love you, Sam Harvard. Thank you for all you do.
Yes, we love you, Sam Harvard. Thank you for putting this amazing conference together. Like, the value that has been coming out tonight has been awesome. I don't know about you, but like, I'm on fire. Like, my mind is open. Like, gosh, there is so much of change going on up here. I hope you're having the same feeling. I hope you're feeling the same way. God bless you, Sam Harvard. God bless you to all our speakers. We have one more speaker to go. Are you ready? But before we do that, because it's a special day and we apologize for the earlier glitch in the tech. So right now we're going to send this special message from our hearts. You see, the way that Sam has given to this particular community is just mind-blowing. And we have nothing but love for you, Sam Harvard. We honor you, we celebrate you, we love you, and we just wanted to, put a smile on your face with this. So guys, bear with us because we really want to honor our coach. He's one of the best, like seriously. We love that guy because he loves us so much. So please enjoy this clip for Sam Harvard.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sam Harvard. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sam Harvard. Happy birthday to you. This is a special shout out to you, Sam Harvard. Happy birthday. I wish you all the very best. I pray that this is your best year yet. Have fun. Shakara, it's your day. Have incredible fun, Mr. Incredible. God bless you.
If humility was a person, it would have been this person we are celebrating today. Sam Harvard, so humble that day. Happy birthday, boss. Happy birthday, Sam Harvard. Long life and prosperity. Many thanks for all that you have done. Thank you for the NEP community. Thank you for everything that you have done. Thank you for your generosity. And I pray that this year is going to your best year yet until now. Happy birthday, boss. So it's finally your day, you know, the most marketing person I ever met. You know, I might have thought without you. I did that with you. It's a happy day.
Birthday to you, Susan. On this special day, I pray that God grants you all your happy desires. I pray that God uses you to bless the lives of more people. You've been a blessing to me, and you've been a blessing to many other people. And I pray that you continue to be the blessing that you are.
From minus 10,000 to over 15,000 dollars. Happy birthday. Hello there, it's God's birthday. So I want to use this opportunity to happy birthday. John, thank you for my life. As of course, I want to say a big thank you, and I wish you a very good happy birthday. This is the least you ever deserve. So continue to go strength to happy birthday. Hello, strawberry. This is Sam Harvard. This is your boy. It's you know, just want to wish you happy birthday. I wish you every single day in your life. I wish you more than you wish yourself.
It's What's Father's Day. Happy birthday, my billionaire mentor. I want to thank you for allowing God to use you to influence my life and 6,000 plus LAP members. Sir, you are God sent. I want to say have a blessed day, have a great year. This year you will see things that you have never seen before. Thank you, my billionaire mentor. You have a great day. Happy birthday!
Angels delivered to us it's an incredible, it's an amazing, it's a fine birthday gift. And therefore, spirit faith and humble. What I want enough to describe is a very intimate gift to me. I am interested by that. If you enter the birthday room, it is my prayer that as your days take a strength in you, the good birthdays continue shine upon you, which is what I love you so much, sir.
It's your girl's day now. Happy birthday, happy birthday to a mentor, a business mogul, and a good man at heart. Happy birthday to you, Sam Harvard, and I pray you have a long life. I wish you long life and prosperity and all the good things of your life. So make sure you enjoy your day and keep our meat and jollof rice.
Happy birthday to my amazing mentor. I've been without you. You've made my 2021 amazing, very productive. I've never had this productive, and I say thank you. And thank God to the day I met you. I need a blessing so many. The Lord bless you real good. Happy birthday.
To Sam Harvard, happy birthday. I wish you all the best, long life and prosperity. And I want to thank God for this because my life has been trying to change for the way better. So happy birthday once again. And happy 40th birthday.
Mr. Sam Harvard. You are wonderful. Thank you so much for what you do. You know what? That same day is tonight. And you know what? You have given me this wonderful wedding gift. You are the best
always easy for people to be in that point of, I don't want to face it, God will provide. But you know what? You have given me more than the positive vibe about what I want to face. You have given me the speech that taught me how to speech. Thank you so much. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to my billionaire mentor, Sam Harvard. Here is wishing you a blessed and fruitful year ahead. And I want to use this opportunity to say thank you so much for all you do for each and every one of us. God bless you, sir.
We want to wish someone very special a very happy birthday today. I want to say thank you to Sam Harvard for all the time spent teaching, time spent living life better. See God continue to bless, continue to move, continue to peace, and come with his family.
Once you never be experience that like
Truly wonderful mentor for your special day. I want to use this opportunity to appreciate you and say a happy birthday to you, Sir Harvard. Thank you so much, sir, for all you do for us. Thank you for inspiring and motivating us to be better. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you. We love you. We wish you long life and prosperity.
To my billionaire coach and mentor, Sam Harvard. You are the coach of coaches and mentor of mentors. You are so passionate about seeing people succeed. Thank you for everything you've done for us in the NDP community and pushing us to success. We appreciate you, we love you, and we pray that this year takes you to your best in life and destiny. Happy birthday, Boris.
From being a loser to a winner, we are in the global of you. Happy birthday to you, sir. Happy birthday to you, sir. I wish you the very best. This is the beginning. There are many more things. This is the beginning, and I appreciate you so much for the good works. And the more you give selflessly, much more is given to you. That is the reality. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Happy birthday to you, sir.
Wow, it was Sam Harvard Day. I want to say very big happy birthday to you, Sam Harvard. Long life and prosperity, peace of mind, more money, more laughter. Laughter shall never depart from you. I want to thank you for transforming my life, for transforming this guy here. I want to say very big thank you and very big happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to Sam Harvard, great man with great hearts. I want to thank God for the life, and I want to thank God for the life you've been imparting. I want to thank you for everything you've been doing. You are a great man. And for your birthday, we don't have gifts to give to you other than to pray to God for long life. God will give you long life. You are a great man. Thank you, mentor, my mentor of all mentors. Thank you, Sam Harvard, and God bless.
All right, very quickly, don't stop on the celebrant. Don't stop. Happy birthday to Sam Harvard, Omo Ashiwa, the actor of Dubai. Come on, I want to happy birthday to you, Sam Harvard. Thank you so much for all you've done. Thank you for everything. Like, I'm so much indebted to you. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for this second and all. Happy birthday to you. Bye.
Happy birthday to this Mr. Incredible. Mr. Sam Harvard. 2021, he had actually had a lot of meaning because I got in contact with you through a platform called Level Fix. You want your life to also have meaning. Join us today so that you can meet this incredible man. Happy birthday to you. The Lord bless you. The Lord keep you and his face shine upon you. I say remain your loyal people.
Mr. Sam Harvard, my Millionaire Empowerment Fund. As you celebrate your birthday today, I say congratulations and happy birthday. Indeed, you're a good man with a large heart, always striving to make people better than you meet them. We LAP members celebrate you. The Lord will bless you in all areas of your life. You will not fall, you will not fail. We are very proud of you. All the things you made happen for humanity, the Lord will make happen for you. Once again, I say happy birthday, Sam Harvard, as well as you himself.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Sam Harvard. Happy one man entrepreneur, billionaire, Sam Harvard. Happy birthday.
You are so special and very selfless. I want to thank you for all that you're doing. I celebrate you now. I celebrate you always. Thank you for touching many lives. I say, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
All right. Look at me just smiling and smiling. I hope that we are able to make you smile and shine like you would always shine. By now, you should be able to. The network is not making our DJ Sam Harvard be himself, but I hope that you enjoy this video. And I just want you to know that we in the community, in the LAP community, we really love you and we celebrate you. Thank you for being the amazing, awesome coach that you are. All right. Happy birthday to you. God bless you. You are an amazing boss, and I celebrate you. Okay. Please, who is ready? Who is ready for our speaker, our next speaker? Who is ready? Let me see you in the comment section. Say ready, 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 ready. We're about to bring, see, if you like fire, if you're enjoying the fire, okay? We're here for the fire. If you are here for fire, now we're about to bring somebody who's going to like, hey. Woo! Are you ready? Are you ready? I can't see you. Are you ready? Please, okay, I see the fire. Please, emoji, say ready, 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 ready. Okay, yes. Our next guest is here and is ready to bring down the fire. Let me just read his bio and I'll bring him up. Damilola Oluwatoyinbo is one of the most creative, captivating, and compelling communicators that have emerged from Nigeria. He is a blend of gifts and grace, a dynamic speaker, insightful writer, personal transformation expert, corporate trainer, prolific songwriter, okay, and spiritual leader. He is on a mission to empower people to rise and reign as kings. Please, if you're a king here or a queen here, you better say ready and get ready. And if you know any other king or queen that is not yet here, please call them back. Yes, so you heard songwriter, call them back. His passion through transformational training and the timeless messages it delivers in a captivating oratorical style. Hey, be ready to be wild, okay? Now, would you join me and give a the DJ is in the building as we welcome
Everything just little 10 million for a show. Never to be gone.
It is great.
Thank you,
It is
TJ.
great to be here.
Awesome. It's so great to have you here.
Thank you so much, Ejiro. Thank you. I appreciate the warm welcome, the lovely reception, and it's an honor and a privilege to be here. I believe I have something like 30 minutes. Let me quickly do another check on my brief. I believe about 30 minutes, and it's going to be reverting. All right, 30 minutes, right? All right, beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Because I can speak for 3 hours. That's why I'm trying to be careful.
We know. That's how stars do.
That's how stars do. All right. Everybody, one more time, let's give it up for this incredible mind. Fantastic entrepreneur, businessman, innovator, educator, online strategist, marketer, gentleman. Come on, shall we continue with all the accolades? Sam Harvard, we honor you today. We celebrate you today. The impact of your influence is something very noble and admirable, but it's also the fact that you are generally understated. You're more concerned about lifting others and building platforms for others to shine. And we do not take that granted, especially because most of us are from Africa, and the major styles of leadership in Africa over the years have been that people want to push themselves out there and push other people down. So when I find people who are able to push others out there without feeling insecure, without feeling irrelevant, but by building consistent value in the systems of men, we have to appreciate that, because it celebrates another year. Today, I'm praying supernatural increase, all-round expansion, glory upon glory in every way. Thank you so much for this opportunity to share. I have a lot to share, so I'm going to dive right into it. If you're ready with fire, come on, somebody type ready. Ready. Ejiro touched on a couple of things about me, and I'm honored to be all that and more by God's grace. So I'm not going to spend time introducing myself. What I might do is tell a bit of a story, and then from the story, begin to guide you through certain slides. Ejiro, please, can I have access to share the screen, please? Yeah, can I be given access to share the screen? A few slides. All right. Okay. So let me tell the story before I share the screen, but just give me the permission to do it. So when I'm ready, I'll just roll. All right. So I grew up in a very interesting home, a home where people were prim and proper. My parents were amazing people, my dad and my mom. And I grew up in the city of Ibadan. Any IB person on the call? IB city, like the largest city in Africa, come on, or West Africa, actually. So I grew up, my dad was a vet doctor. He's gone to be with Jesus now. He passed earlier this year. My mom, come on, Taiwo, I see you, high five right there. My mom was a soil scientist, and she eventually got a PhD. So both parents were educated. All right, thank you. Both parents were educated. Oh, I see Mokala folks there, any UI folks there, any Dubai folks there, any Akmata folks there, any Ring Road folks there. It's amazing that there's so many single people at Ring Road. Come on, somebody. You would have thought because they live at Ring Road, they'll have one ring to engage them. Dry joke moment. Did anybody catch it? Anyway, so both of them were fantastic educators, God-fearing believers, so were raised to honor God and to really just cherish one another with high moral standards, academic standards, great value, and all of that. Gloria got the joke. Yeah. But I noticed something. The economy began to change over time. And if you remember, the whole transition from 1993, the election was rigged. There was the whole SAP thing. The economy began to, just get funny. And all of a sudden, from a home where we had 3 or 4 cars at different times, a thriving poultry business, and decent income from the federal government, I began to see my parents struggle. Now, I didn't really understand it at the time because I was a child. And so my mind was not yet mature enough to be able to accommodate all the indices of the economy or, you know, the rise and fall of micro and macroeconomics and cash flow and all of that stuff. But all I could tell was that there was increasing impact on our livelihood, right? Now, don't forget, they were both government workers, civil servants. And once in a while, there were businesses on the side and all. But things became increasingly tougher. And that was an area where my parents did an amazing job with spiritual education, moral education. But when it came to financial education, I cannot say that the best of what I knew I got from my parents. I would say the desire to begin to learn about that came from that experience. Anyway, fast forward all the way to University of Lagos. And I remember in year 3, from year 2, I started reading a magazine called Success Digest. Does anybody here know Success Digest, right? The publishers of Complete Sports, if you know Complete Sports, used to publish Success Digest. So I began to read how do you make money online and all of that. The only people that I knew who were making money online at the time, come on, Zizi, I see you, former Joy, I see you, all the Success Digest for Taiwo, Shego, Michael, I see you. The only people I knew at that time in the University of Lagos who were making money online were Yahoo boys, right? So I started seeing you can make money legally online. It seemed very strange to me, but it caught my interest because before that time I had seen, you know, buy real estate, buy land and all of that. So I said, I'm going to go for this seminar. The seminar was called Demystifying the Internet. And I remember going for that seminar and going like, whoa, what is going on here? I had no idea that you could sell ebooks and make money. I had no idea you could run a hosting platform, a web hosting platform and make money. I had no idea you could design websites and make money from the comfort of your home. I had no idea. All I knew about the internet was that people had Yahoo groups and Yahoo rooms, and there was all the funny email addresses. How many of you had funny email addresses? Like Sexy Mama for Real, then number 4, REEL. Sexy Mama for Real. Billionaire in Training.com. All those funny, that was all I knew. But all of a sudden, my eyes were opened. I was like, wow, it's a whole new world. Come on. That's how I felt. And so my first opportunity to make money was when a certain trainer, one of the trainers at the event, said, you know what, I know many of you guys are new. What I will do for you is that I'm going to set up a site. I will deliver the products. I will deliver the training. It was a site on ebooks, on different things. So people would go to the site. He said, but what I'll do is I will replicate the pages so that if you pay an access fee or a licensing fee to the membership site, I know most people now understand this. Back then when I tried to explain, people did not understand. But I would create a membership site. I'll give you a personal page. You pay me a certain amount, and then you advertise the page. And anybody who pays for my membership through your site, you keep the money because you paid with the licensing fee. So if I remember my mathematics right, to gain access to his site, I believe it was 14,500. He said you can advertise in many dailies a small box of advertisement for about 5,000 naira. So in total, I spent less than 20,000 naira, about 20,000 naira. He created a one-page website for me, put all the details on that. The only difference was that instead of people paying money to his account, they paid money into my account. Now, ladies and gentlemen, my what I call the thing, pocket money at the time was 6,000 naira a month. Somebody says 6,000. Somebody says 6,000. 6,000 naira. No, this was a long time ago. Anyway, this was about 2006, right? It was about 6,000 naira. But by the end of the month, about less than 6 weeks after that, I had earned, guess how much I had earned? How much I had earned? It was about 16 people who had paid at the time. About 16 people, and they paid, I think, 3,500 if I'm right. I had earned 72,000 naira. So in 1 month, just 1 month of exposure, just 1 month of a new system that was existing that somebody else was delivering or fulfilling, as we use the word now, on my behalf, I was earning 12 times more. Come on, somebody, how many would be excited if you could earn 12 times what you currently earn right now at the end of this year? Is there anybody who's excited? Come on, come on, come on. if you would love to earn 12 times. Now, some of you are like, it's not possible. I will tell you the many things you can do. That'll make it possible. How many of you are willing to earn 12 times more? 12 times more, 12 times more. Yeah. And there is a way. Do not disqualify yourself by saying it is not possible. Write this down. It is not possible is the expression of the weak. Write that down somewhere. It's not possible. The expression of the weak. Whenever you are saying it is not possible, what you are saying is that you are not mentally strong enough. You are not emotionally attuned enough. You are not deeply intelligent enough to be able to chart a course from where you are to the point where the possibility is. Possibilities abound all around us. The possibilities for internet transmission had been there from the very beginning when man was created. The only difference was that men had to evolve in their thinking, in the quality of aspiration, in the definition of their determination, in the concentration of their drive, in the broadening of their orientation to be able to absorb the tools that were already floating all around. Somebody shout, it is possible. Shout it, 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 shout it. It is possible. It is possible. It is possible. Come on, somebody. It does not matter. I mean, there are people, some of you might know a certain guy called KSI Olajide BT. KSI Olajide BT. His parents were Nigerian parents, and they try to get him to go to traditional university, let it get a degree, graduate, get a job. And the guy said, no, I want gaming. All I want to be doing is to stay online and game and game and game. Now, that guy's a multi-millionaire right now because he's into game testing. Come on, some of you know him. Now he's diversified. He has so much money. Who would have imagined that a time would come that sitting behind the screen, not to code, sitting behind the screen, not to design presentations, was going to transform the entire outcome of your life? Who could have imagined that? Are you following what I'm saying right now? We are living in an age of extraordinary possibilities. You might not be an artist with an EP, but you are a human being with EP. What do I mean EP? Extraordinary possibilities. Somebody shout, I've got EP. I've got EP. I've got extraordinary possibilities. I've got extraordinary potential. I've got extraordinary platforms. I've got EP all over the place. Who else is feeling some goosebumps? Vibes on vibes? Can you feel some goosebumps right where you are? I hope somebody's getting charged. I hope somebody's temperature is rising. I hope somebody's breaking sweat in an air-conditioned room. I hope somebody's heart is pumping stronger. I hope I'm injecting some vibrancy into somebody's space. Are you feeling what I'm saying right now? I remember that I made some 2000. I'm like, wow, this is possible. Then guess what? A year later, I partnered with a friend. I was great. I'm great at writing, great at copywriting, communicating, marketing, persuasion, debate, engagement, right? That's why some of you were not interested earlier, but now all your eyes are popping right where you are, even though I can't see you. But the psychology of transmitting energy through virtual platforms, I was wired with that, and I trained myself over time. Are you seeing that? So I was good at that, but I had a friend who was great at coding. He was great at setting up HTML, PHP, working all the back end. I said, guy, let's partner. Let's start marketing web hosting packages. So we got access to a server in America, bought a web hosting, sub-web hosting package agreement. And then guess what? We started selling those web hosting packages. And within the first year, our web hosting company became one of the top 20 countries in Nigeria. I'm talking about we're in our 20s. Are you seeing what I'm saying right now? We're not making excuses. We're not dragging our feet. We were like, what do we have? And people were paying us packages of between 15,000 naira and 30,000 naira. Now, this is about 2008, 2009 I'm speaking about. Paying all of that amount of money, right? Without us ever seeing it. Without us ever, when I say seeing it, seeing them. But they will pay money into the account. There is a system that allows you to earn on the daily. There are systems, multiplicity of platforms with an affiliate program. to be able to get you to plug in and say, hey, guys, there is so much more. Wherever you are, type inside that comment box now. There is so much more. This, I know some of you are already multimillionaires in Naira, but there is so much more. I know some of you possibly already moving into the hundreds of thousands of dollars, but there is so much more. There might be 1, 2, 3 people who are already $1 million flow. But listen to what I'm telling you. There is so much more. So much more. So much more. So in the time that I have left, which I think is about 20 minutes or so, in the time that I have left, I'm going to be sharing this slide with you. Okay? I'm going to be sharing this slide with you. It's a 3-hour presentation, so I'm not going to be able to exhaust the presentation. Let me just make sure that you can see it. All right, can you see my screen? If you can see my screen with the dollar rain, if you can see it, just say I can see it. So I did a series, thank you very much, Ijiru. I did a series earlier in the year on dollar rain. It's about a 4-part webinar. And for those who are interested, you can access the resources through a modest fee at the end of the presentation, right? For those who are interested, okay? But I'm going to give you just the tip of the iceberg. Now, dollar rain, why is this so important? Wherever you are in the world, it is a good thing for you to earn in dollars. It is the most proliferated and pervasive currency. It is the currency by which other currencies are traded in the international markets. And there are many macroeconomic implications that are tied to that I do not want to go into. But one of the things you must understand is that wherever you are, begin to see, how do I earn in dollars? Of course, you want to explore cryptocurrencies. You want to explore digital assets. You want to get involved into things like NFTs, non-fungible tokens. You want to get involved with things like the metaverse and begin to study how to begin to acquire digital assets in the metaverse. You want to begin to do all of that. But right where you are, so you don't get overwhelmed with the vast possibilities of income generation in the season, let me give you some fundamentals that I'm trusting will fire you off and get it to a point where you begin to take action. So, dollar rain, how do you position yourself for riches even in dry financial seasons? Observe this, that there are $37 trillion dollars in circulation. That is, it's over that now. This is about 2020. Over that now, $37 trillion. Somebody puts trillion with a T, $1 trillion in circulation all around us. Dollar here, dollar there. Money is transferring through digital, through paper, through cash. Are you seeing that now? All this money all around. Trillion with a T. Now, in 2019 a list of the world's billionaires, Forbes included 2,153 billionaires with a total net worth of $8.7 trillion. Surprisingly, 26 billionaires own as much as the poorest 3.8 billion people on earth. I hope somebody is listening and learning from the Iroko tree. So the problem is not, is there enough wealth? The problem is not, are there enough resources? The problem is, where are you positioned in the wealth cycle? Where are you positioned in the circulation of this wealth? Are you aloof? Are you on the fringes? Are you by the way? Are you easily ignorable? Are you easily discarded? Or are you in the stream of things that allow you to enjoy the wetness provided by the supply stream flowing all around? Or are you insulated with a raincoat that stops you from being drenched in the possibilities of abundance? Are you hearing this now? Why is this important? You first of all have to realize that you were born rich. Type in that place, say, I was born rich. My name may not be Richard, but I was born rich. Come on, somebody, come on, somebody, come on, somebody, dun, dun, dun. Come on, somebody, Your name may not be Richard, but guess what? It's not going to be hard for you to be rich. Oh yeah, you were born rich. That is the truth of the matter. When you were a child, you had no consciousness of poverty. You had no concept of inflation. You didn't understand things like capital depreciation. You didn't understand the downsides of mergers and acquisitions. You didn't understand technical jargons. All you knew was that when you were hungry, you asked for food. That when you were thirsty, you asked for water. You did not care. Somebody needs to recalibrate their inner child to the possibilities they were born with. The recalibration of the inner child is that, see, I am not measuring what I should ask for based on what's available. I am asking with the consciousness that it is available. Are you seeing what I'm saying? A child does not say, Daddy, do you have money? No. The child says, Daddy, buy me a car. The child said, Daddy, I want the moon. The child says, Daddy, give me an aeroplane. Ask for big things. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Many of us, as we navigate adult years, we begin to decimate the potential for more by getting overly logical in the construct of our request, so that we are not as daring and as bold. We relegate ourselves and disqualify ourselves by not even asking. See, when you don't even ask, you disqualify yourself from exploring what's available. Oh my goodness. When you don't ask, you disqualify yourself from the possibilities of what's available. How do I know you are rich? Now think about this, the things that are better than money. Let me ask you, how much would you sell your heart? Your heart, if you had to sell your heart, as in your physical heart, how much would you sell it? Somebody tell me in the comments. How much?
Recording in progress.
When in fact you already have something that's superior to it. All right. How much would you sell your time? What is your time worth? If somebody says, you know what, let me take all the time you have left on earth and give you my money. Okay, somebody says now sinking. Thank you very much. Olaoye Bukola, I see it sinking. Okay, Phillips, thank you. Daniel John Bull, I love that feedback. Okay, Philip, all right. Yeah. Give me some more. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? If someone says, take all the time, let me have all the time in the world, all your time left in the world. But I'm going to someone says my mind is expanding. I love that. That's my assignment. That's my assignment, right? When somebody says, give me all the time, and then you say to yourself, oh, you know what? I cannot give you all the time. Then it begins to let you know that there is something that cannot be bought. And you already have that thing that cannot be bought. You have assets that are beyond money. You have supply streams that are beyond money. How about your name? Okay? How about your name? Your reputation in the culture, your name everywhere. Someone says you're increasing my perception already. Thank you very much. Emmanuel said this is brain busting. Someone said it's heating fire. Somebody said it choke. Somebody said Rema. Come on, somebody. Is it getting hot enough? Hot enough? Hot enough? Is it getting hot enough? What's in a name? How about a name? You see that Elon Musk, he has built a name and a brand. And you see, when Bill Gates, somebody said there is more, I tell you. When Bill Gates was the richest man in the world, was richest man in the world for about 6 or 7 years consecutively, fell out again, came back again, knocked out again, came back again. But when Bill Gates was the richest man in the world, Elon Musk was not even anywhere to be known. He was building assets away from the media. Are you seeing what I'm saying? But guess what is going on right now? Elon Musk is richer than the next 3 people combined, or the next 2 people combined. He's the first man to generate over $300 billion. Now, when Bill Gates was worth $62 billion, everybody was like, how can somebody have all that money? Hey, but here comes Elon Musk with Tesla. Here comes Elon Musk with SpaceX. Here comes Elon Musk with PayPal. Here comes Elon Musk with all kinds of assets that he has sold and resold and built and all of that. And guess what happens on a new operating system brain? I love that. Over 300 billion. There's a reason I'm the king raiser. The king in you has to rise. The control center. That now. Elon Musk builds this, and it's based not just only on his intelligence, but on the power of a name. The power of a name. The power of a name. One tweet from Elon Musk. Guess what happened? Bitcoin comes crashing down because of a name. So that it's not just what is being said, but saying what. Rather, it's not just what's being said, it's who's saying what. So observe this. The fact that you don't have any money in your account does not mean you don't have riches in your name. Oh, la, 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 la. You may not have money in your account, but if you have riches in your name, guess what's going to happen? You will control those who have money in their accounts. Now, Lord Henry is saying something that's true. Musk is touted to be the first $1 trillion man. Yes, it's likely going to happen. Do you know why I know? Because somebody here in about 24 months, there is somebody here in about 24 months, you're going to be a crypto millionaire. That's what's going to happen. For some of you, possibly less than that. Now, when that happens, give me my prophet's offering or give me my 10%. Are you hearing what I'm saying? See, the world is about to witness wealth. The world is about to witness wealth because wisdom says, with me are riches and long life. There's an abundance of knowledge, but there's a deficiency of wisdom because the abundance of knowledge does not translate into the abundance of wisdom. Wisdom is deeper than knowledge. Wisdom is often missing inside plenty knowledge. So you need to tear through wisdom to find knowledge. Yet you need wisdom to find wisdom in the knowledge you have. Okay. Let me take it easy. So where is the wealth? Where is the wealth? I'll show you. Where is the wealth? A couple of things that you can do if you want to be wealthy. Number one, you can be born into a wealthy family, born into the royal family, born into oligarchy in Russia, born into an Italian mafia. You can be born into that, right? You can steal it like the professor in Money Heist. You can do blood money. You can stumble into money, right, through a series of events or accidental or other things, opportunities. Or you can be gifted with it, right, create it, and attract it. So there are three legitimate ones I want to just touch on a little bit. You can be gifted with wealth. Now, some of you don't realize that gifts are a form of wealth. Some of you don't realize that gifts are a form of wealth. So there are people who still give me gifts today because of something I said to them 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, or 5 years ago. So one of my income sources is gifts. Is somebody finding the possibilities of what I'm saying? Is anybody getting the possibility? Temi's on the call. Good to see you, Temi. Amazing woman. Yeah, you can be married. You can marry into it. But you can be gifted with wealth. When people see that the value you have is superior to the money they have, they will beg to give you out of the money you have. This is an aspect that many people don't teach. This is an aspect, sounds like your words create room and attract gifts. Do you understand? This is an aspect that many people don't teach, that you can become a value creator, not only a player in an industry. Watch this, there are two kinds of men, many kinds, but two broad categories. There are players in industries, and then there are industries in players. There are players in industries, but then there are industries in players. There are industries in me. How do I know? Books have come out of me. Now, when I write a book, it's not the fun is not that I'm now popular, people are reading my books and all. No. When I write a book, I am enforcing increase in the publishing industry. Why? My proofreader gets paid. My editor gets paid. The typesetter gets paid. The graphic designer gets paid. The printer gets paid. The legal person with the copyright and ISBN gets paid. The logistics person gets paid. I get paid. My family get paid. So in a book release project or book publishing project, I am creating industries or industrial relevance and expansion for 10 individuals. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Little wonder there are people who have read my books. And I said, that book blessed me. I did a free media conference last year. A free media conference last year. COVID, everybody was, just funny and all. I did this dream again, build again thing. And there was one guy who said to me, he said, see, I attended your webinar, I attended your live training on Speak with Power. So I have to Speak with Power. He said, I attended that training, and I think they paid me $25,000 for that training. Was 2016 or 17. Then he said, I got on your private public speaking mastery coaching program. I believe it was 150,000 naira in 2016 or 17. And this guy said, I could not attend the media seminar, but because I know it's going on, it was free. He said, I'm going to send you a gift. It was 6 digits. Gift. Somebody say gifts. Somebody say gifts. Somebody say gift. Become a person of value, and you will become more valuable. And then people will be able to give you of their value. Are you seeing that now? Number 2, you can create wealth. You can create wealth. Now, creating wealth is the stream in which most trainers, motivational teachers, business builders, life coaches, that's where they live. And that's very important. But let me tell you what I discovered. Creating wealth is amazing. It's great. It's important because in the process of creating, you are building system structures, delivery channels that will outlast a transaction. Okay? It will outlast a transaction. And the good thing about creating a wealth or building a business or creating systems for wealth is that you become a bigger person by creating. Now, if you are gifted with something, it is often because you are already big in a certain aspect of dimension. So you are big enough to command the material support of other people. But there is another dimension, which is where you create something. It is like birthing nothing and establishing a pipeline for generations to come through. Now, many times when you have created, then you have a greater potential to attract. Is somebody hearing what I'm saying? And this is where you have the attractor factor. The attractor factor makes you a money magnet. This is the place where power bases, where cohorts, where angel investors, where millionaires, where power players are doing their best to insert themselves in the equation of your life. This is the place where people are throwing grants at you and monies at you. Somebody puts GCA, gifted with it, create it, and attract it. Gifted with it, create it, and attract it. Oh, Lord, help me. What can I touch? What can I touch? What can I touch? So here's what you must do. You have something in common with this lantern. Does anybody remember this lantern? This lantern, you remember this lantern? This lantern, you remember this lantern? Does anybody remember this lantern? Lantern. This kind of lantern, they used to call it atukpa. Oh my goodness. You remember this lantern? Now, what do you know about this lantern? What you should know about this lantern is that it can produce light. It emanates light. It emanates lights, right? Or emits lights. Ken Nwokoye will always say that money is not possible. It is attracted to the versions of the person who you are intentional. You are right. You are right. You are right. And there is something called money magnet mindset. I teach it. I have a course called Mastering Money. And in that course, one of the modules is magnetism. There's the money magnet mindset. There are kinds of thoughts, there are qualities of thinking, there are textures of communication that will insist that money finds you, that will insist that money finds you attractive, that people that have money will look at you with respect and be willing to help without you turning yourself into a career beggar. Is somebody seeing what I'm saying? Right, so the kind of MMM you should do is the money magnet mindset, not the other type. So you have something in common with this lantern. Now, this lantern, the light is shining, if you remember, but after a while, someone said, can we get the slide? Yes, if you pay for the replay or pay for the webinar I did on it, yes, you can get that slide. All right. I hope I don't forget to tell you how you can follow me, because I had some issues with my Instagram handle yesterday. So I've had to open another Instagram account. So if you were following me on the old Instagram account, that's the wrong one. Now, let me just put the new one here just in case somebody drops off, right? So if you follow me on this new one, please, Stevie is like, what? Can you imagine? What? Very, very painful something though. Not funny at all, right? Very, very painful. But if you can just help pages, that's why you possibly didn't see me share about this program, because I didn't have it. Exactly, very painful. But what? We move. I have 2 posts on that page right now. There's one of them where I'm holding the white paper, and in the white, this is what I'm holding. What is it? In the white paper, yeah. This is it. For those who follow my white paper series like this, so you can just help me repost that in your feeds. You can help me repost that in your feeds. And I know that some of you might not want to keep it in your feeds forever. So, but you can leave it there for about 3-5 days. When enough of your followers who used to follow me or like me start following you or following me, then you can archive the post, right? All right, but let's get back to business. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Right. So you have something to come on with this lantern. When the light begins to shine, then do you know what happens? Who wants to tell me what happens? The lampshade begins to get dirty. The lampshade begins to get dirty. When the flame burns, because flame need enough oxygen. This is the reason there is no inflammation without inspiration. Somebody write that down. There is no inflammation. Zizi, send me the handle that was used, because many fake accounts were open, and I believe that's part of why it was my account was disabled. Right? So write this down. There is no inflammation without inspiration. No inflammation without inspiration. In other words, you cannot burn if there is nobody carrying the air, carrying the atmosphere, carrying the infusion of energy, carrying the density of thought, carrying the cloud that your energy needs. This is the reason some people are atmosphere killer, vibe killer, bloody Samaritan. Don't kill my energy with your bad aura, right? Some people are like that. This is the reason when you see this lantern, it has air. Somebody say air. It has air. Where is the air? At the top of the lantern. So air can come in from the top. So you need energy from above. This is the reason prayer is important. Worship is important. Fellowship is important. Direct energy from God as it cascades through the different elements of the universe. You're able to trap ideas and inspiration and all of that. You see what I'm saying right now? Thank you very much, Dr. K. Impesa. Thank you so much, Stoic, and all the positive comments. You also need inspiration from teachers. Sam Harvard, Temi Abejiwa, Dami Oluwatoyinbo, Steve Harris, Bankole Williams, Debola Deji Kurumi. You need inspiration, Just Ibe. You need inspiration, Olori Boyajayi. You need inspiration from all of those people to keep pumping life into you. But this is something you have to do. Adrian, I've seen that. Thank you so much. This is something you have to do. You will now do something else. You will pick that lampshade and you will clean it up. Why? The same light that illuminated you in the past season can generate smoke around you in the new season, such that the level of thinking that got you where you are can no longer support you whilst you're going where you are going. Is somebody getting what I'm saying right now? So what you want to do is to evolve. And evolve, I'm going to close with this. Evolve in your orientation of wealth creation. Evolve in of wealth creation. How do you do that? I need to give you one or two, just one or two things. One of two things. Let me just give you one or two real quick. Number one, move from pursuit to positioning. Move from pursuit to positioning. That is the first thing you have to move. It's a mindset thing. Pursuit means you're running after things, you're running after people, you're running after environments, you're running after situations. Move. This is what this guy is doing. Is what more than this now. But this is what Mark Zuckerberg is doing. He's selling us metaverse. We don't even know what metaverse is. We have to go and study. Now, anybody that can alter the orientation of your thoughts has positioned himself as a leader in your future. So what he's doing is that, let me tell you, he himself, he doesn't know everything about it. But as he has spoken it, they're engineers, they're people are registering domain names, people are buying digital assets, people are creating YouTube content, because it is a positioning thing. Are you seeing what I'm saying? It's a positioning thing. It's not what's it called? It's not a pursuit thing. Mark Zuckerberg is not pursuing Nigerians, chasing Nigeria, register on Facebook. No, he's moved beyond that. He's bought WhatsApp, he's bought Instagram. Why? He had metaverse in mind. So he positioned himself to have access to your mobile communication, your social digital currency, or your social capital, I should say. You see, number one. Number two, watch this now. From product thinking to industrial leadership. Move from product creation thinking to industrial leadership. Is somebody writing this down somewhere? Move from product creation, I'm telling you, to industrial leadership. Do not just be that person who's hustling this one. So you join the Lanoflix affiliate program. As you are joining that program, be thinking, how can I take this platform to the next level? What can I do here that is going to increase my commissions, but beyond increasing my commission, make me a relevant person in the mission? See, marketers earn a commission. Leaders find their place in the mission. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh my word. Number three, because I have to go. Number three, become the person you think you don't have what it takes to become. In other words, vomit the you in you out of you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Vomit the you in you out of you. Vomit the you in you out of you. There is a you that you are not even aware you have the potential to become. Become that person by insisting on the protocols of another place. Are you seeing what I'm saying now? What would it take? What does it take? What would it take? What does it take? Listen, gentlemen, I'm out of time, but not out of teaching or out of word. So please apply these things. Don't forget, please, I would really love you to follow me again on Dream Academy, on Dami Oluwatimbo Global. I'm going to type that again. Please follow me on that page. Let me know how impactful this session was to you, right? And if you're also interested in the slides and in the replay of the 3-hour seminar where I cover all of this, I would be very, very glad to reply your message on my new handle, right? I'll be very glad to do that. Thank you very much. Sorry, I had to rush a whole lot, but I trust that somebody got something. If you got something, just put fire in the comments. If you got something, you were inspired, you were charged, you were fortified, you're driven. So yeah, fire. Thank you very much. I appreciate, love you. Congratulations again, Sam Harvard. It's a new year. Great things are coming out of you. Thank you so much, Ejiro. Been a blessed time.
Wow. I need the most excited person on this platform to show Dami Oluwatimbo some love. Man, what an amazing experience tonight. Dami, I've known you from afar, seen your work from afar, but this up close and personal, man, I'm just getting goosebumps all over. It's like I should just dump my phone here, dump my computer and everything else, and just run to the streets and start giving value to anyone that sees me. Well done tonight. Thank you for being a blessing. Really, really appreciate it. And I know the time was short. There's a whole lot you could have done with the time, if you had more time, but I'm sure even this little that we've experienced, we cannot remain the same. Please, one more time, LP, and every other person listening to us from around the world. I wanted to help me celebrate this Colossus Dami Oluwatoyinbo. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Now, without further ado, it's time for us to now switch things up. And you know, in tradition, when a king is being dressed up for royalty, typically by means of the method to the way a king is being adorned, one of the things the king does is he wears his crown last. That's why they say the crown of the bottle is the last thing they put on a bottle on the production line, because the crown is the epitome of the dressing of a king. Well, today we've been dressing ourselves up for destiny. We've had just Steve Harris, we've had Timmy, and we've also had Dami. But of course, to crown it all up, I'm, distinguished with the honor and the pleasure to bring to the platform the next person who will be speaking with us. Now, apart from today being his first day, for many years I've known him, and I can say for a fact he lives to impart people. He sees the diamond in the rough, help you maximize your potential, help you become a better version of yourself. I remember the first time we had a conversation, and he was telling me, this is your gift. You can do this, you can do this, you can do this, you can. And I'm like, whoa, so many ideas, somebody help me here. That is just who Sam Harvard is. If you've not met him, I want to say congratulations to you, because you're about to meet someone that I believe will transform your life. So ladies and gentlemen, with a resounding ovation, a round of applause, a 40 streams of income, welcome. I give a boom or fire emoji or a clap emoji or whatever it is that you can do to show some love to this colossus of our time, the enigmatic, one of a kind, should I say, master of sales. I'm talking about none other than Mr. Sam Harvard.
Greatness.
Happy birthday, and
Skip it.
Jason on the beat.
In the whip. Everything just litty. Fresh. Go. Ice on my neck, ice on my wrist, you know. That's how I do. If you ain't talking money, please don't call me for a show. That's how I do. 10 million for a show. That's how I do. Never to be caught on fresh. Okay. That's how I do. That's how I do. That's how I do. Haraku, how do I do? Like I do. That's how I do. Okay. That's how I do. Okay. That's how I do. Haraku, how do I do? Like I do.
When you see a star, stars always dripping with swag. I pull up in a white Lambo with my dura, come here Rambo. Danny, I be that what I be a cool. Tabatiri me, gbogbo wọn ma ṣílẹ̀kùn.
Mr. Sam, now you're making me blush. Thank you so much. We are the ones that should be thanking you and letting you know how much of an impact you've had on all of us. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, we can. We can.
All right. Awesome. It's Melody, family, and
there is a
more
noise.
time.
There is a noise coming in though.
Yes, I think it was from Mr. Sam's end.
If you're using your AirPod, maybe that's it. Maybe the battery is getting.
Can you hear me better now?
Absolutely, yes, better now.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay. So once again, Mrs. Sam, thank you so much for taking out of your rich reservoir to pour into us. I was saying it before you came on. I remember the first conversation we had and how you inspired